This clip is brought to you by Within You Supplements. No bullshit, no fillers, just great tasting supplements to help your performance. Enjoy this clip.
When you're when you have been improving with your times and stuff, I mean, when you're finishing these races like sub 3 minute or sub 3 hour marathons, what's been your improvement? And when you finish, are you kind of dying when you finish? Or like, are you just, getting across the finish line and like breathing really hard? Or because the intensity of a marathon or half marathon for a lot of people that aren't moving really fast, the intensity is kind of low. Yeah. But does it look different because you're actually like racing?
Yeah. I think in Houston, it was one of the first times where I was like exhausted, just like my body had just like, I think the humidity and the heat really played a part. It was the first time in a race where my last 2 miles weren't the fastest splits. Most marathons I've done, I have enough juice in the tank to like grind out that last mile to really like push it. And even if it's like a 10-second, 15-second faster split, like that's something that if you have enough, right, if you have enough energy to run your last, your 26th mile faster than your first, like that's impressive, And this was the first time where I felt like if I try to use more energy, if I try to use more power through the ground by pushing off the ground, that I was going to catch a cramp. And I think the heat, how much I was sweating through miles 13 through 22, it just like, I kind of lost some of my extra juice at the end. And it was the first time where, like, even though Houston is relatively a flat course, they actually had some rolling hills in the back 10K where it's just like, it's depleting when you're like facing a hill. And this is like the mixture of the hydration, but it's depleting when you're facing a hill and you're trying to like go up and like really conserve some energy. So I think this race, and if you look right here, this is right around mile 21, 22, like even my form, it starts to get broken down right here. And you could just tell that I'm like, and obviously I'm going through a water station, but I'm not as efficient as I was even in the first clip of this exact video. And you could just like, look at the energy. Like I look like I'm smoother right here in this gait pattern. And this is at mile like 3 to 4. So obviously in a marathon, it's a very long race.
See,
yeah. And this one specifically, I was much slower at the very end, but I'm not out of breath panting. It's more just the legs are just torched. So I wasn't coming in like, it was more just like the legs felt depleted, like they didn't have that much juice left.
What's been your improvement from Marathon 1 versus Marathon 4?
Marathon 1 on my 26th birthday in 2021 was a 3:55 marathon. This was with no coach. I was training during COVID, just out of my mom's place, doing research on Google. Then from 3:55, I did a 100-mile race. Then I did the 100-miler. So yeah, that's like obviously a complete different training grounds. But that mental fortitude of like what I gained mentally by completing that 100-miler, it then allowed me to get back into marathon training. I then ran the Philly Marathon in 2022, and I ran a 3:08. So I was super close,
that's
like
huge
and that was like not even with a coach. I didn't get a coach until I hit sub 3 4 or 5 months ago. So
you hit sub 3 without a coach?
No, I didn't. I didn't hit sub 3.
Okay,
I was close though. So that was a 3:08 in Philly, and then 4 months later I ran in Austin and I ran a 3:05. All right, so shaved a little bit off again, and it wasn't until I worked with Jeff Cunningham, who's Nick Bear's coach, then I got to a 2:57. And that was with dedicated marathon training and a proper build, a 16-week build. And then I hit 2:57 in August of 2022. So that was my fastest marathon to date. And then I did New York City for fun, and then I just recently did Houston, which was 2:59, or technically not.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it, all right? Share this with a friend, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too, so you can get whatever you like from us. All right? Peace.